Hello everyone. In this video I am going to show you how to handle missing values. It's something that came up when you were trying to do problem set number 2, and this is actually a topic for a later module when we look at data transformation and data manipulation. But since it's something that came up in problem set 2, I wanted to show you how to handle these missing values in a quick way. So this is our bmi.sev file, okay, that you used for problem set 2 to calculate those categories of food security. And you can see here that both food security score and age have missing values. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is how to filter out these observations that have missing values. So the first thing that we need to do is to make sure that all the variables are set up as numeric variables. Okay, and you can see here the food security score is set up as a string variable. Okay, so we need to change that first, and that's because the function that we're going to be using to select the cases needs numeric variables. And you can see here, this is I'm going to go to variable view, and here's my FS score. It's set up as a string variable, so we just need to change that to a numeric variable. Okay, and then that should be good to go. So I'm going to go back here to data view and the function that we're going to be using, or the menu option that we're going to be using, is the data. Okay, so that's the fourth from the left, data, and then you're going to scroll all the way down to select cases. Once we're here, we're going to select cases based on a condition that is going to be satisfied. Okay, so what we're going to do is click on that if blue button there, and here's where we're going to set up our function. If you go to the right here on the function group, you see there's a lot of different functions, but we want to deal with missing values. So that's one of the functions here, and I'm going to select that. And then once you select that, below under functions and special variables, you find all the different functions under that group. And the one that we're going to be using is nmiss. If you look here, as soon as you click on a function, you have a little explanation of what that function is. So in our case, this is numeric, so that's why we had to change that variable to numeric, because it only accepts numeric variables. And what it does is to return a count of the arguments that have missing values. So basically what it does is to create a new column, and all the values that do not have missing values, it assigns a 1, and the ones that have missing values, it assigns a 0. Okay, so I want to use this function, so what I need to do for it to populate the box up on top is to click on this arrow here. And now I need to select my variables that go inside those parentheses. I want to select both age, and then I need to separate them by a comma. Okay, and then FS score also I want to select. Once I do this, like I told you, it's going to give a count of 1 to all the observations that do not have missing values. So what I want to filter out are the ones that do not have a 1. So I'm going to add here the less than sign and a 1. So what it's going to do is filter out every variable that doesn't have a 0 assigned to it. Then I'm going to click continue. This is my function right up there, my equation, and I'm going to filter out the cases that have lower than 1. And then when I click on OK, let me just minimize this. You see here it creates a new filter variable column, which is another variable here, and it assigns zeros to all the observations that have missing values, and that's exactly what I wanted. So then I said that I wanted to exclude everything that is less than a 1, and that's why it filters out, so it crosses all the observations that have missing values here. And now you can use this file, everything that you do when you do analyze and you do descriptive statistics or whatever you want to do, it's not going to count with these missing values. Okay, so this is one way that you can handle these values that is pretty easy, and you just need to remember that you need to change the variable to a numeric variable before you start selecting these cases.